To the person who is watching this video, why do you play games? Do you play them because they're hard and you like how difficult it is? Or do you play it because you're forced to? Well, the answer is because games are fun. We like playing these video games because we get extreme dopamine from playing them. So, how do we have the most fun? Well, I'm gonna find out. I am going to rank each and every one of the sloshers, and I'm gonna figure out which one is the most fun to play. This is not based on how good they are competitively. Sometimes it could be, but it's more or less based on how much fun I have playing them. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and poop your pants. So, here is our tier list. We have these ranks going from super fun, these are my favorite weapons to play, and not fun, the weapons that I don't really like to play that much. So here's the first match we're going to be going through, and to get us started with the format, I have a clip of me playing the weapon, and I'm going to be editing it to be in smaller clips, and you're just going to see me, fail and succeed. So first off, we're starting with the old bread and butter, Slosher. Now, the main reason I love this weapon is, of course, because the main weapon is incredibly powerful. It paints a decent amount. It has an amazing hit, but I love being able to flick, being able to get people in like these tricky spots. The main way to profit off this weapon, I find, is to go in very high spots or either very low spots by like ledges and to poke at someone from under there. I didn't get that kill. Now, as we can see here, I get jumped when I have the tri-strikes. That's one of my main issues with tri-strike, is that you are very vulnerable, and a Slosher is a very up forward and aggro weapon, and if you pop tri-strike when you're in those aggro spots, there is a very large chance you're going to get punished for it. So that's why whenever you pop it, you're going to have to sit back, which I don't really like, but it's not that big of a deal because it's still a very powerful special, and I have so much fun playing it. Now, I don't know how I didn't die to that Hydra there, but it's lovely to see. And I whiff a lot on this reflux, but we're just going to ignore that because, it's scorched zones and the round's almost already over. So first, we're starting with Slosher, and yeah, I think we all knew where this one was going. I love the kit on this. Splat Bomb and Strike is amazing, and it's just so fun to play. The main weapon, it's out of every Slosher here, the main weapon is the best. You can get such clean kills with it. It paints a decent amount where it's not too reliant on other weapons. It's very nice. It's very nice. I have a lot of fun playing this weapon. My main gripe is that sometimes I wish I had a different special, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I like it. I like it a lot. So now we're moving on to the evil cousin of Slosher, which is Slosher Deco. And I'd like to give a heads up. I do live near a college campus, and there are drunk white people outside near me. So if you hear any screams, it's the voices of white women on lots of alcohol. Anyways, Slosher Deco, yay! I don't really have much fun with this weapon, if I'm going to be completely honest. It has so much potential, and it has a lot of okay, first of all, I should have got that kill right there. I don't know how I didn't. But anyways, as I was saying, it has lots of potential to be a really fun kit, but I'm just bad with the special. And the sub angle shooter, it does combo, but I have this weird thing in my brain. Wherever I throw an angle shooter and I hit someone with it, I kind of rush forward and feed so I can get the kill on the person. So you will see in the clip multiple times that I do hit an angle shooter on someone, like right there, it kills. But on the case where it doesn't, I kind of rush forward and try to get that kill. There's something just wrong with my brain where it just does that. I don't like it. I'm in a good spot here with the Zipcaster, and in paper, I should get that kill there, but again, I'm just not good with the special and I panic. There's a scream. I get the kill here, but I kind of throw an angle shooter by panicking and I die there. I'm in a good spot for Zipcaster. I do get the kill right there, but I do die to them as well. Thank God I have QR. It's a very aggro weapon, so of course I'm gonna have QR. I get the nice combo right there. I like that, but I did put my landing in a bad spot and I die. Again, I'm not used to Zipcaster. If I was more used to the special, I'd be having more fun. And me constantly dying just lost us the game. Now, Slosher Deco. Okay, I'm torn. I'm torn with this weapon because I think I'm gonna put it in meh, or I don't know. I'm very torn on Slosher Deco. I like the idea. Zipcaster, I like the idea, but in practice, I'm just not good at it. I'm just so bad with it. And angle shooter, you can get combos with it, but it's very precise and not really that good. So the sub is not really that fun to use. The special is nice to use, but I suck with Zipcaster, so I feel like if I was good with the special, this would be up here. But since I'm not good with it, I think I'm gonna keep it in meh. So we are now moving on to the next main weapon, Slosher. A short-range Slosher. The main kit has Inkjet and Toxic Mist. At the start of the game, this weapon was actually not that bad, but it kind of fell off for obvious reasons. But anyways, I actually don't mind the kit. Inkjet is fun. It's just that I'm not really used to this special. Like there. I don't even know how I died there, if I'm going to be completely honest. Toxic Mist is fine. I feel like I don't really get much use out of it. Maybe because I just don't know how to use the sub correctly. Randy, please teach me. Anyways. Yeah, not really much to say about this weapon. More or less, I was surprised by it. I had a good amount of time. Try Slosher. I was actually really surprised. You know, I'm gonna put it in okay. I had an okay time with it. Jetpack is good. It's another one of the cases where it's a special that I'm not really that good at using. Toxic Mist is meh. I wish it got a different sub. But, you know, it does have two Sloshers with really good subs, so we'll get to those. But, I like it. It's very good. I do have a good amount of fun using it. It's okay. Again, different sub, and I'm not really good at Jetpack. But other than that, I had a decent amount of fun with this. The next weapon we have on our list is another one of my close favorites, Slosher Nouveau. Now, this is a kind of a twist on Slosher where it's more supportive. It has Fizzy Bomb and Cooler. However, I don't really use it to be that supportive. I use it to be like a supportive aggro combo. Like, look at here. Absolutely clean triple. And then I get a tactical right away from my teammates. Pro tip, put it in front of the tower path so it breaks and you can farm another very quickly. You will need this because unfortunately Slosher Nouveau has 210 points for special. I also got another triple right there. 210 points for special, which doesn't seem that bad considering this weapon's with worse. But first of all, this weapon can only paint short range and kind of weak paint at long range, even though it can. But you're gonna not get that many coolers. Now, as we saw right there, I used the Fizzy Bomb to go in and try to get the kill. That is probably my favorite part about this kit. Just throwing a Fizzy Bomb and using the trail to move in and get a really nice pick with my short range. As we see here, we get a knockout, and basically we won the game. There's no way the team can make it up. And I love this weapon. Tri Nouveau. I love this weapon. I love Tri Nouveau. Cooler is great. I like having a supportive bucket. So having a cooler Tri-Slosher is really nice. My main problem with the cooler on Tri-Slosher is that they made it 210 points for special, so it's very hard to get it. You're going to have to paint a lot. But Fizzy Bomb is probably, other than maybe like a Burst Bomb, is probably the best bomb this thing could have gotten. It's really good at painting a line so you can get in easily. It's good at range paint. It's good at range chip damage. I love just throwing a Fizzy Bomb, going in with it, and getting like a sneaky kill here or there. It's so much fun. I just wish they changed the points for special. So just a quick heads up, this game is really short because my team kind of carries me, but it's whatever. The new Tri-Slosher, Tri-Ash N, one of the first third kits in the game, and oh my gosh, I love this weapon. I was very surprised. Splat Bomb, we know Splat Bomb, we love Splat Bomb, it's the coolest. And Splatter Color Screen, I feel like this is the big winner. Because Screen is kind of weak, but it combos really well with Tri-Slosher. The 40 damage with the 64-ish, it's really nice. And also, I gotta say, it's really nice for sharking. You like to hide behind the screen. I didn't do it here, but in here I kind of shark in this corner and I get to pick off this Hydra right here. I also managed to pick off this brush. I'm very close to a triple, but my team kind of knocks out. It's whatever. Very fun weapon. Lots of fun. So, the new Tri-Slosher. I'm going to put it in fun. I love the new Tri-Slosher. Screen combos with it. So, if someone gets hit by a screen and you go in with this Tri-Slosher, you can get a nice kill there. Splat Bomb's great. Splat Bomb's good. It doesn't, the 30 damage doesn't really combo with the Tri-Slosher, but it's still really good. I'm not going to complain about Splat Bomb. Come on now. I love hiding behind the screen and just kind of sharking and going in with it. It's really nice to get kills with it. It's a very nice combo. It kind of sucks because, you know, screen is kind of like bad for people with like vision problems, and it's kind of, well, you don't really see it much in competitive because people don't like playing screen. But other than that, who cares about competitive? It's a fun weapon. We are now moving on to our next main weapon, the Sloshing Machine. This used to be probably the best weapon in the entire game, and I can definitely see why. This weapon's really fun, but it kind of fell off. I think it's just a lot of nerfs to the fire rate. It makes it very slow, and I don't like that much. I love the kit, don't get me wrong. Fizzy Bomb Booyah is probably one of my favorite kits in this entire game, and it makes this weapon feel so smooth, but it desperately needs this kit. I think it's the only thing keeping it from being a bottom tier weapon at this point, because the main weapon is just so weak now. Instead of having like these sloshes of ink, you kind of have this big AoE you throw out, and it was kind of hard for me to get used to, and I don't really like it compared to Slosher. Like, there's no reason for me to use this other than the fact that it has Fizzy Bomb Booyah Bomb. I just use regular Slosher in all situations instead. But that doesn't change the fact that I like playing this weapon. It's nice to play sometimes. Machine. Machine fell off so hard. I'm gonna put it in okay. Maybe I'll put it above Tri-Slosher, I'll say. Machine, amazing kit. Fizzy Bomb is good for paint. Booyah Bomb is such a powerful special, and honestly, I like it better than Tri-Strike. I like Booyah Bomb better than Tri-Strike. My main problem with Sloshing Machine is the main weapon itself. Uh, it's it's kind of too slow. It doesn't paint a lot, and I don't see it can't flick. I don't see any point in using machine when you can just have Slosher. I guess for the kit, that's the main reason I would use machine is for the kit. If I want like a Booyah Fizzy, I'd use machine. But Slosher is just better in every way, and this weapon's really bad at close ranges, and I just don't have much fun with it anymore. At the start of the game, this used to be my favorite weapon, but it just fell off so hard. So, Machine Neo. It's okay. It's good, but it's boring. It is really, really boring. I don't like Zuka. I'm not good with it. And Point Sensor is a sub I like, but not really on Machine. I like it in another Slosher. We're going to be getting into that later. But anyways, it has a nice synergy, I guess, with Point Sensor and Zuka. But that's basically all the credit I can give it to it. It's not even on a Slosher I like playing anymore. It's just Machine, but worse. I would never play this like ever again. I just always pick regular Machine. Machine Neo is meh, in my opinion. I'll put it above Slosher Deco. Zuka's good on it. You know, a lot of people love Zuka. I like Zuka, but you know, I'm not. It's again, put a list on the counter of weapons that are good, but I can't use the special. And Point Sensor's okay, I guess. It's a good special. It's a good sub, but I feel like Point Sensor will be better on other weapons. So, not having a sub on Machine is kind of a pain in the butt. And I don't see any point in using this since this kit exists. Fizzy Booyah is just way more fun than Point Sensor Zuka. Unless I get like kill 4 people with 1 Zuka shot, which will never happen. But yeah, it's meh. Regular Machine's better. Moving on to our next main weapon, Explo, or Explosher. This is the only backline I ever play, but it's probably my favorite in this entire game. It paints a decent amount. It can trap opponents really nicely due to the big like almost burst bomb like ink patch at the end. It's not good with shooting through grates, as we can see here, but as long as you have an opponent who has solid inkable floor under them, I just killed my teammate there, I feel bad. As long as you have an opponent that has solid inkable floor below them, you can trap them very easily and almost get like a pretty easy kill with it. Really nice to play. It does have major weaknesses, like it gets rushed down unless you know to back up, like you saw there in that clip. And if the enemy team has a single charger, you're basically screwed. This thing gets heavily countered by charger, but thank God the other team doesn't have any. They had a jet, and I can easily kill them right there and secure us the win, especially with Inkstorm that heals you when you're inside it. I love this special. Really nice weapon. Explo is a really nice weapon to use. I'm going to put it in fun. I like the idea of an Explo. It does a lot of paint. The kit is really nice. Inkstorm's amazing. Point Sensor's pretty good on it because you like to hit behind walls and stuff like that. But Explo has one big problem, and that's it gets heavily countered by chargers. And you do see a lot of chargers in games these days with Pencil and E-Leader. So if there's a charger on the other team, this weapon's a pain in the butt to play. But if there isn't, this is a really, really nice weapon. I get so many nice kills with this, and I just love being that supportive backline. I don't get that a lot because most of the Sloshers are front lines. But having a backline Slosher that does a good amount of damage, a good amount of chip, and has a really nice special is lovely. I have so much fun with Explo. Custom Explo is weird. It has a lot more of an aggressive kit with splashdown and splash wall, so you go a little bit more on the midline compared to just sitting in the back, which I like it a bit, but at the same time, I don't really like Splashwall. Splashdown is so fun, but I'd rather have a Splashdown on a weapon that's very frontline aggro, like, what's it called? M-Parry Dualies. M-Parry Dualies with Splashdown is so fun, but with this X-Blow, it's okay, but if you go up and Splashdown in a risky spot, but don't really get anybody, you die, and I don't really like that much. Custom X-Blow, on the other hand, it's okay. I think I'll put it at the bottom of okay. I don't like Splash Wall. I get the idea. It's so you can be more aggro. I just don't like it. Splashdown's fun. Splashdown's fun. I love Splashdown. It's just that it's a backline with an aggro special. It's kind of weird. Now, I get what they're saying. It's so you can be more frontline and you can take more risky spots. And if anyone gets too close, you can splash down them. And I like that entire idea, but I just find more fun playing the regular X-Blow compared to the custom X-Blow. Blob. Blob, blob. Blob, blob, blob. It's the weirdest weapon in probably the entire game, but I'm just gonna say in this class for now. It's kind of a weird playstyle as well. A lot of people kind of just play it as sitting back and just spamming in areas where a lot of people move frequently, but I like to kind of go in a hybrid where I kind of, I sit back and do nothing half of the game, and then the other half of the game I try to get aggro. Maybe that was just because we had a heavy and a rapid pro on our team. But this weapon's weird. It's weird. I don't mind it. At first I kind of didn't like it, but this game kind of changed my mind. I was getting so much, so many kills, so many assists, and so much usage, so much paint. Ugh. This weapon paints a lot, even more than X-Blow. This thing is probably one of the top painters in the entire game. Absolute crazy paint. But that's why it's also weird, because people use it mainly for paint. They sit in the corner and paint and do nothing, which I don't like. I want to go in. I want to get killed. And I'm in a spot right here where you can see I'm in and getting a lot of pressure, but I don't really have fun. Sitting in one area just spamming it is, it's satisfying when you hear the hit sounds and you're getting the kills, but it's not that much fun. That's not bad. So, out of all the sloshers, Blob is my least favorite. But in all honesty, I like it. Kind of. I think I'll put it in okay, and I'll probably put it in between Machine and Tri-Slosher. I like Blob. It's just that the playstyle is kind of boring. You kind of sit back and just paint a bunch. You put it in a chokehold and you get a bunch of chip damage. You get rain and you just throw a rain in an area. Very similar to X-Blow. It's just that X-Blow can do, I feel like, more damage easier and is a kind of like a better backline compared to Blob. But other than that, Blob's okay. I had a lot of fun with it in the game, but in general, I don't really have that much fun with it. It's okay. It's okay. I was surprised by it. Blob Deco, huh? I went into this little challenge thinking I'm gonna absolutely hate this weapon. This is the worst slosher in the entire game. I hate it. But now I don't necessarily think so. Is it my favorite? No, not by a large margin. But did I have fun? It's debatable. Let's just say I didn't have fun with Blob Deco, but I did have fun with Kraken. If that makes sense. If that makes any sense. So Kraken and Angle Shooter, again, they're turning regular Blob, sit back, and anchor weapon. Also, hold on. I absolutely am bullying this poor vac user. Anyways, they're turning a sit back, relax anchor weapon into a more aggressive one where you go in and you do a lot of killing, basically. Kraken is a very up forward special. Similar to E-Leader, you want to use it to be more aggressive. I like Kraken, but I don't like the combo with Blob. I feel like Kraken is a much more fun weapon when on something like the new shot or the 96 gal. Kraken on Blob Deco is a pain in the butt. Especially like if the time runs out, it's gonna be very hard to get a kill because again, you're very forward in and Blob is not that well at close combat, despite what you saw right there. It's just a weird combo and I don't enjoy it. I just like the regular Blob so much better. Inkstorm is a lot more powerful. Blob Deco. You know what? Fine. I'll put it in meh. Fine. Kraken is a fun special. I'm not good with it. Add a counter to the tally. But, it's nice. Kraken's really nice. But it's kind of weird on Blob because instead of Storm, where it just incentivizes it to sit back and paint all game, you actually want to go forward with this. And Angle Shooter is such a waste of time with this. Check back at the video. I did not use my sub once that entire game because I just didn't need to. There was not a single time where I have to waste like 40% of my ink tank to throw a sub that does nothing. So, like, unless in Slosher Deco I get the idea. But Blob Deco? No. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Kraken is nice on it, but I just like the vanilla kit better. It's meh. So if you thought Explo and Blob were good painters, well, here's Dreadbringer. Yeah, Dreadbringer. New Slosher, really nice. I love the main weapon. Really satisfying to hit like nice clips with it. It's a little bit more difficult than Slosher, I will admit. It does paint a lot more, which I like, but I like the main weapon of Slosher a tiny bit more, a little bit more, but it's not that big of a deal. The main way I find out how fun Dreadbringer is between the 3 kits it has. So we have this one, the Dolphin one, and the Crab one. This one is probably the best kit in the game, but it's probably not the most fun in terms of my opinion. Mainly because Reef Slide is boring. Reef Slide is a very boring special. It's used in a lot of just like cheesy situations, zone cheese and stuff like that. Clam Blitz cheese. It's a weird special, and I don't really like using it that much. Suction Bomb's good. Suction Bomb's nice. Not much else. It's a little. I like to play this weapon very aggro, of course, and the kit, helps with that. I use a more supportive Dreadbringer on the other ones, which I kind of like that supportive playstyle more compared to this aggro one, because if I'm gonna play an aggro Slosher, I'm just kind of gonna play regular Slosher. Well, I will admit, Reef Slider is sometimes kind of fun. If I get like insane kills like that, then it's pretty entertaining. But other than that, it's a whatever special in my opinion. On a nice main weapon, so it's a decent amount of fun. Dreadbringer. I really like Dreadbringer as a main weapon. The regular kit's just okay for me. It's probably the best kit. Reef Slider and Suction Bomb is really good with Dread, but this is based on fun. I do not have any fun using Reef Slider at all. The main purpose of it is for like zone cheese, and I don't like zone cheese. I really don't like zone cheese. It's such a boring play style. But if we're using Reef Slider to be aggro and like go in, hit someone with like 40 damage and like Reef Slider, it's really good. It's a really nice combo for Dreadbringer. but I don't have much fun with it. There's another weapon here that I have more fun, and we'll get to it. But the regular kit, it's good. It's not my favorite, though. Okay, I'm gonna make this one short and simple. I do not like Dolphin Dreadringer. I do not like it. I have not a lot of fun with it. It's very boring. It's so boring. Oh my gosh, it's so boring. This weapon is so boring. So this is more of a supportive Dreadringer with the beacons and the wave breaker, but none of these synergize with it. This is just a kit that they put a randomizer on, and they're like, yeah, let me put beacon and wave breaker on Dreadringer for some reason. Like, I don't get it. I don't have like any fun playing this weapon. Dreadringer is like a good main weapon, I'll give it that, but that's about it. Wave breaker's mid. Beacon is fine, just not on this weapon. Like, put it on 10. There's not like a single positive thing other than the main weapon. So, poop. It's poop. Dolphin Dreadringer. I'm just gonna, yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Dreadringer is supposed to be a supportive weapon, with the exception of this one where it's aggro, because it paints a lot and it gets its special a lot. The sub, I get why it's supportive, but I just don't like Beacon. I'm not a good Beacon player. I know my friends are better at Beacon compared to me. The special as well. It's just, why am I painting? Why am I charging special for a wave breaker? You know, you paint specials for cooler. You paint specials for like a Zuka, a Booyah Bomb. Wave breaker. And it doesn't even combo. I mean, it combos with the 90, but almost anything combos with the 90. It doesn't combo with the 45 damage from a single slosh. It's not fun. Wavebreaker is just bad for this weapon. It's good on other weapons. It's just bad for this Dreadringer. I have no fun using it. No, I hate this. And this is the last Slosher we're going to be talking about today. I just made a video on this recently. Horns Dreadringer. Sorry that this video is very long. Thank you for sticking around. Anyways, I'll just try to make this as quick as I possibly can. I love this weapon so much. They finally put Crab Tank on a Slosher, and I'm so happy because Crab Tank's my favorite special in the game. But the Crab Dreadringer is a little bit different than I expected. Number one, they give a curling bomb, which is not bad of a sub, don't get me wrong. It's just a little bit weird. It makes sense. You know, it helps with the Dreadringer's mobility since it is kind of a slower weapon. It can paint like a bit, I guess, if you're not painting with the main weapon. But I mostly just paint with the main weapon because, you know, this thing gives me at least 5 crabs a game, which is amazing in terms of support. I don't even have to play aggro. I sit back, paint, get crabs, and I have a good time with this. For our last weapon, we have Crab Dreadringer, or Horns Dreadringer. It's really fun. I think I'll put it... Shoot, I don't know. I think I'll put it right there. Right there is fine. Crab Dreadringer is... I love it. They finally put Crab on a Slosher, and it's on a good Slosher as well. I get so many crabs using this, and Crab is my favorite special in the game. And, oh, it just feels so satisfying to use. Curling Bomb is good. It can paint, like, for a long distance, and it's good with, you know, mobility. But it's not really good at Dreadringer's problem, where it gets rushed down. Like, if I'm getting chased down by, like, a Sploosh or something, it's going to be very hard to defend myself with a Curling Bomb. Like, Splat Bomb's good for rush down. Burst Bomb's good for rush down. Suction as well. But not really curling. But I like it. It's not bad. It's not bad of a sub. I'm not complaining about it. Crab is where this weapon truly shines. And being that Crab support outside of Splash is really, really nice. I like being a supportive weapon with Crab Dread. I love playing Crab. I love painting the entire map. This is a really fun weapon. So here is my final list. Of course, Slosher, my favorite weapon in the game for a good reason. It's even good competitively, but I don't care about competitive. I'm here for fun. Fun. So here's my final list. If you disagree with me, perfect, that's okay. Tell me why in the comments. I'd like to know more. But yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, please let me know. If you want me to do more weapons like brushes, I could definitely do that. Or rollers. Yeah, let me know. Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so the algorithm will be nice to me, and have a good night.